beating Sidra He by 3 frames to 1. Pang Junxu, just 24 years old, looks a lot older than that. Ranked 27 in the world. Best ever ranking performance really was runner-up. And I mean, he's runner-up in the IBSF World Under 21s a good few years ago now, 2019, when he lost 6-1 in the final to Zhao Jianbo, former professional. So Ali Carter, big favourite here, especially as he's played already a match on this table. And he's won it 3-1, so he knows the way the table's playing. So if he can just start well again here, Ali could be full of momentum and could win the match quite easily, you feel?
Chance to try and kick on and keep the momentum going. But Pang Junxu has become a real tough match player, and a player that is quite difficult to play against, actually, at the back end of last week. So he'll be match sharpened.
I always find with Pang Junxu, he's one of these players, I don't think the game comes as easy to him as it does some others. And I've noticed when you watch Pang Junxu, I haven't played him as a professional, I don't think, but when you watch him play, so easy to spot. I mean, a number of players, you can be watching Pang play and the shot that's next to be played is such an obvious one. But yeah, he'll walk around the table looking at all sorts of other options as though he's not quite sure what to play.
I don't think I've ever seen him off the practice table, Pang Junxu. I've been to the Ding Junhui Academy in Sheffield and seen him.
Well, that was a very missable black. Group 1 was completed.
20.
Probably has more angle on the blue than he wanted to have.
So looking to be straight enough on this red to left corner that he can just run through.
25.
I agree with you there.
And he's played it well. Okay, the cue ball has gone slightly closer to the side cushion than he would have liked.
33. Pang Junxu.
Wow, didn't intend to pot the yellow.
One thing that has been noticeable so far today from Ali Carter is that his long game.
Well,
Pang Junxu has found one there, and
this is looking good.
So.
Oh, good pot.
30.
even when he gets in amongst them, he can score with the best of them. It was just... there was a number of times where he'd
90.
missed a couple of shots and he just sort of...
But just going back to what you were saying, Stephen, they are long days, aren't they? And you spend a lot of time in the players' lounge talking to. You lose your focus because of that. Well, Ali couldn't see a shot bona fide shot anyway. Now hang on, is this red going in? Oh, it hasn't. Well, it needed to. The frame isn't safe technically, although from Pang Junxu's point of view it was.
On the frame.
But now that that red has gone in, Ali Carter has decided. Ryan won the first frame, but he's 20 odd points behind in frame 2. With just 2 reds remaining, as Ali Carter breaks off here for frame number 2 of our match. I think he's one of those players, Steve. Destructive rhythm when he plays well, Pang Junxu, especially if he keeps you out the balls.
Foul. Miss.
Well, surprising one that from Ali.
What?
Oh, but that's much more like it from Carter. Finally, he's found one.
Yeah, I've played Ali a few times over the years and doesn't like it. I think he's playing a safety.
Ali Carter 6.
I think if anything that just underlines Ali Carter's experience, particularly in this.
Wow, that's another terrific pot from Ali Carter.
Yeah, and it made the difference in the end. You can see him throwing his arms around Ali Carter. He's frustrated from day one in 2008. And Ali Carter gave that chair a bit of a pounding with the butt of his cue.
What?
This just completely backs up your point you made about. You can find that when you're playing a player like Pang, when he's at the table, you can be sat in your chair for a long period of time.
What?
And Ali, because his style of play can be a bit of a momentum buster. He needs to.
9.
He's so good in this sort of position, but it's only the second match of the year for him, no doubt. Takes on Mark Selby at Alexandra Palace. You've got to be match sharp to beat a player like Mark. Which on paper, Dom, looks an absolute nightmare group for all involved. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
It's just around the corner. A lot of the very top players want to be in the earlier groups. It's a real good match sharpener for them. I think it'd be a great opportunity for all the top players to be playing one another just before the Masters begins. Although, having said that, I mean, this is a different table. It's a Rasson table.
Always only ever had mixed opinions on them.
Well, although the pockets, and they're very heavy Rasson tables, table fitters will tell you that they're about half as heavy again as a star table, so they're getting on for 2 tons in weight.
He's made a fair job of it so far, just needs to steady himself for a few moments further. Chance you felt he just had to take.
46.
Very surprising miss to the right centre from Pang Junxu. So just this blue and one more red required to level this match up at 1-all.
58. Go on, sorry. No, you're right, go on. 66.
429 of those in his career, including 3 147s. He had to share the highest break prize with Ronnie O'Sullivan, who made one himself that year.
72. Ali Carter 72.
A pad breaking off here for frame number 3. He's going to have to put that out of his mind as quickly as possible. And that's what you always have to do when you're playing.
What?
And what a timely time for that to happen. And has he got there?
I've done that so many times. Most players will tell you have done the same thing. He was so far short of getting that cue ball up to the yellow. He left the pot on the brown as a free ball, so a great chance already at the beginning of this third frame for Pang Junxu.
I've done the opposite as well a number of times, where you're trying to roll up behind a colour and you hit it that hard.
5.
Yeah, quite often professional players will tell you that just before you strike the cue ball, you just have this lose the feel of the shot entirely that you want him to play. Certainly happens more when the pressure's really on, when you have a chance to put your opponent in all sorts of trouble if you can roll up tight behind a colour.
Gets that cue ball high enough he can get into the pack of reds, and that's not the angle he was looking for. Can he get on one? There's your answer. Just left himself with too much to do there for no reason really.
Get the cue ball back to bulk. You often leave the cue ball somewhere where Pang has just played the cue ball from, and you can't really play into bulk because you'd have to play into the pack with such force you could easily knock a red near a corner pocket somewhere. Well, Ali Carter in the first frame, I think it was, mentioned that he thought the cue ball was pulling to the left slightly. Pang has caught that all wrong and left Ali right in.
What? Eight.
He's taken the chance to go 2 cushions. He's caught them nicely, and at first glance, he's been very unfortunate.
Very unlucky there.
Ali Carter 13.
Makes Ali Carter's job a lot more difficult. And he's trying to find the same area but not able to find it.
What?
Well, he'll be glad he didn't. Break building is all about cue ball control, and the less distance you can travel, the better, particularly on these conditions.
30. Thank you.
Ah, she's straight enough. Not the
20.
cleanest pot.
Yes, it seemed to take a minute or two for Pang to get going here, but he has found prime position.
29.
Of course, the advantage that Pang has coming into this group is the fact that he played Group 1, so he had...
Safe. Oh, good pot.
$56. $64.
Blue doesn't go in, but that won't worry Pang Junxu. No massive breaks yet, but it's been a good quality match. Ali Carter made a break of 72 to level up at 1-all, and that was a good hard-working break of 64 in the previous frame from Pang Junxu. But Jack Jones has a handy 25 points lead with just one red remaining in frame 4, so looking favourite to go into a decider there, but still up for grabs.
Well, now he needs help from a baulk colour, and he hasn't got it. When playing safe, it's not just about where you leave the cue ball, it's controlling the object ball as well, and he hasn't been able to do that. Pushed it over the corner and just presented as a chance for Ali Carter. Well, he feels it must go.
6.
Well, it's one of them you want to be right behind it. Yeah, so much so that 2 matches played, that would be a really strong position to start things off. Yeah, that's well, he's got into that. Look at how much response he's had out of the cue ball there. He's got the cue ball in and out of baulk.
Needs a bit of luck positionally.
What?
Oh, he may have been unlucky.
Yeah, so in goes the black, but it will now.
9.
Another few decent positional shots here.
$60. $90.
That's far from ideal.
Rather than try and figure out a way to remove the one loose red next to it to make the black available. And ultimately, you become unstuck. Sure, Ali will come back to the table absolutely delighted.
But one should be going towards the left corner. I mean, that was so obvious.
It's just such a poor shot. He needs to get very lucky now.
What?
Well, that may have worked out a treat if this pink...
Eight.
Well, it goes into the right corner now from the red that Ali potted initially. And I say a steal because Pang was nicely in with a chance. Broke down very abruptly.
Better break builder. He spots situations.
60.
Wondrous when he's amongst the balls and other players would beat.
Which is pretty much what the best players in the world do. They identify the problem balls on the table very soon, very early on in a break. A very straightforward, conventional scoring chance, which is exactly what Carter's done here. What Pang failed to do when he was at the table. Doesn't always work that way. It's not always that easy. Keep asking yourself the question, and eventually
32.
you run into trouble.
Must be straight enough on the green to draw back for the two reds just below the pink. Of 56, 49 points to the good, so just red, black, red required to win his first match of the day. He's been struggling for a couple of years by his own high standards.
Yeah, and of course Ryan and Jack Jones. Chance here for Ali to promote the red off the side cushion, knowing that he's guaranteed to be on the pink. And once again, one good angle off this black, just high of straight.
50.
Needs that cue ball to run. He's over the line in this frame, but 42 points behind. Pang Junxu will come back to the table.
57.
Two snookers required from Pang Junxu. This looks quite handy.
For a long period of time now. Just put himself through a little bit of pain here. Yeah, those one cushion escapes never look easy, do they?
Lucky.
Well, he's just avoided the double kiss.
He's played it differently to how I might have done, but that was the secondary option. He's judged it really. If Ali doesn't make contact with the red this time, Pang Junxu will be able to win. Oh, he's hit it though.
Yeah, he's played it well. Ideally wants that red to just pull up. But he's really put himself through it. Oh, and his heart would have been in his mouth as he saw. And he didn't get it. But once again, Ali Carter's long game is just letting him down at the minute. Well, a chance that Ali May can get the snooker back here, cushion first.
One.
But this time a good long red from Ali Carter. Could be a very important frame this for either of these players in terms of making the playoffs tomorrow afternoon. Ali Carter, of course, has already played a match and won it.
Well, he's tried to rest up to that loose red closest to the left corner. This time he hits the red, but he's left it.
If you were to put both cue extensions on, you'd be all right. Oh, is he on the black? Is he on the black? Can't tell. Oh, it's tight.
And he laughs again because he looks to be comfortable enough to play the shot. Yeah, he's played it well. Just needs to be careful getting all the equipment out of there.
$17.
I think Ali's done now with his stretching exercises.
And played to go into the pack with pace.
25.
That looks good. Well, he's caught him well. Is he on one? He's definitely going to have one to middle.
30.
Yeah, he's possibly just off straight the wrong side of that green, so having to power it through with topspin.
30.
Yeah, he was okay. He left himself with an angle enough that he could.
Playing the positional aspect of the shot as straightforwardly as he could do, but he's overrun significantly.
Ali Carter 40.
Not really worth pushing the boat out at this stage. 44 points to the good in a deciding frame. Yeah, he's played it well.
Which will remove the red away from it.
Yeah, he's looking as if he's going ultra thin on one of the reds near the top cushion. He has to catch this just right, trying to get the cue ball back to where it is now. It was a very tough shot, that.
One.
No, it may just be tied up once again.
9.
Now all of a sudden, from nowhere, this is a really good scoring chance. He's worked these nicely.
17.
There's not a ball safe on this table.
and he's missed the red.
Junxu.
Wow, that's a surprise.
22.
A result in itself.
Cheers. 1.
I'm very surprised at how he's played that.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks. Thank you. 30.
I decided to screw into the red and develop it. Hang on.
70.
Oh, he's trying to play a crafty one to drop in behind the pink, and from what we've seen
24.
so far from both players, they feel that the table is...
Wasn't on, but Pang was able to play a reasonably good safety from it. Having just beaten Jack Jones by 3 frames to 2 in his previous match, he's taking on Chris Wakelin, one of the players of the season. And it's Chris Wakelin who has taken the first frame and looking very good to take the second frame as well, to go into a 2-0 lead there over on table 2.
He's caught the black and got Ali back in one himself, I feel. He's hit the red, but has he got it safe?
Thank you. 1.
So just yellow, green, brown and blue required to steal this.
7.
Yeah, every match in this group phase. Pang Junxu is looking to register his first win of this group too.
40.
And now he's perfectly poised to do just that.
90.
Ali Carter already has left his seat in readiness for the handshake, and there it is. It's Pang Junxu wins a very, very tight decided frame. It was Ali Carter in first, and you can see his disgust